So I have been in a lot of like cheating situations where either I have been cheated on or some guy cheated on his girlfriend with me and I didn't even know about the situation. So it came to the point where in my first relationship I had drama because these other girls were hating me just because of this man, and I'm like, bro, why can't we just all get along? Like, F the guy, he can go somewhere and then we can just be friends, you know? But it basically turned out into a huge type of drama thing to where the girls were coming after me. They were like sending me threats on social media. And then I even had one girl, she made like a fake profile of me on, like, I don't know what dating app it was or something like that, but she made a fake profile about me. I guess maybe she wanted to like give out my number to some weirdos or something. So then I had like a whole bunch of weird texts coming in and I was like, oh, like, who's leaking my number? So it's like tempting me a lot to change my number because, like, I don't know, people just, that's what's like, I don't know why that's people's first response is to make a fake profile of somebody. But basically that was drama from that situation. And then I had another situation where I told this girl that her boyfriend was cheating on her, and I'm like, yeah, here's all the screenshots, like, I didn't even know you existed until I went on his Instagram and I found you. Like, I didn't even know, like, I was talking to him for a couple weeks. And then she was like, oh, like, what the hell, like, you should have known he had a girlfriend by the way he was texting. And I'm like, how am I supposed to just infer that by the way he is texting me? Like, I didn't even know you existed. He's not even following you on Instagram. He just had like one picture of the girl and I had to like hunt for her, you know? So I'm like, why are you blaming me when you should be blaming him? You know, it's just weird. And then recently I had this other situation where some guy texted me and he was like, oh, I got your number from Tinder, like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't even have a Tinder, because I think I made like 7 Tinder accounts in the past and then they just blocked me from making new accounts. So I can't even make a new account to this day. But this guy texted me, he was like, yeah, I was talking to you on Tinder, like, you gave me your number. And I'm like, bro, you got catfished because I do not even have an account. And then he sent me like a screen recording of the profile on there and it did have pictures of me. So I'm guessing somebody just screenshotted my Instagram pictures and then just made a whole fake account. But he was like, yeah, she was talking to me for an hour and then gave me your number. And I was like, oh, so it's to the point where somebody's out there having whole conversations with these guys pretending to be me and then give them my number. Like, I found that to be really strange because, like, why would you have a whole conversation with them? Why not just like leak my number same way that the other girl did 5 years ago, you know? So, and then like 2 other guys texted me and then he was like, yeah, like, apparently they're just giving out your number using your pictures. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I feel like I know who it is, because like I said, I did have another situation recently, how the guy cheated on his girlfriend with me. So I'm thinking like, oh, I guess it might be her. I don't know, because she seemed like she was jealous of me from the beginning, so I don't know. But then it happened to where I knew one of the guys who got catfish. Like, he DM'd me on Instagram and he was like, oh, you know, is this your profile? I thought you didn't even have a Tinder. And I told him, I'm like, no, that's not me, bro. That's probably some old girl or whatever making a fake profile about me. And he was like, oh, that's interesting. So he was about to ask her, for that girl, for her number and then leak her number. But I told him, I'm like, no, like, I don't really do revenge like that. Like, if somebody is trying to do something to hurt me, I'm not gonna be the first one to be like, yes, like, let's find out who it is, let me hire a private investigator, let me report this to the police. That's not necessarily my first response to things, you know, because I could easily leak somebody's number or do the same thing that they're doing. But I just don't get karma like that. Like, I don't get revenge like that. Like, it's just gonna be taken care of eventually. Like, if you are out here putting out all this bad energy, that's just gonna come back to you. So I don't really have to do anything. But I'm just sick and tired of people making fake profiles of me. Like, I know I be posting like all these Instagram pictures, but what makes it go through your head that the first thing you want to do is to make a fake profile of somebody on a dating app? You know, especially like Tinder of all things, because I'm like, Tinder is old. Nobody even uses that. Like, people only use it for hookups, you know? And I'm thinking like, if, I don't know, like, why would you do that? It's just not smart to me, especially when I could easily like find out who it is, even though like I already low-key know. I just don't see the point of doing any of that.